Batman boxing talk.
Man, we back.
We back.
For a quick prediction on this
prediction
on this Teofimo Kambosos. Does anybody on the panel, let me ask a question, believe that Kambosos is going to win this fight? Brandon is the most, like, look, Brandon would give anybody, like, you know, a chance, but I don't know. I got Teofimo by knockout.
I think Teo the man at 135, to be honest with you.
Well, his resume says he is the man at 135.
I think he's the man, and I think we need to respect him as the man at 135.
Fuck Teo.
You gotta stop this stuff, man. We have to stop being disrespectful. No, really.
I'm going for Crocodile Dundee.
Ooh.
Isn't that who we fighting?
See what I'm saying? He back to the dumb shit.
He's back from Australia?
I think so.
I don't know where the fuck he from, but he can fight. Kambosos can fight a little bit, but I think Teo the real deal.
So you think Teo is the best fighter at 135?
Yes.
Who's at 135
before?
Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko, Nakatani, Richard Comey.
Devin Haney and Tank. I'm taking over Teo.
By all means.
Yeah.
I'm taking Devin Haney and Tank over Teo.
But because of his resume, I do not dispute the fact that Teo is the man at 135. He beat Lomachenko.
I was about to mention that dude because y'all just sort of like just skipped over him.
I said Lomachenko.
You did?
No. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, because look, I think that if Loma felt Teo's power.
He asked me who did I think was the best.
Yeah, exactly.
I said
Teo.
Teo.
He said Teo.
And then he said, "Who's at 130?" You need to pay attention.
Yeah.
He said, "Who's at 135?"
Yeah.
And I said, Loma, Tank, Devin, Ryan, Nakatani, Richard Comey, now JoJo Diaz. I like Teo.
You know what? Haney, Garcia, although he fought Luke Campbell, but Luke Campbell with the knockdown, so Haney, Garcia.
Still gotta get the
Tank.
No? Okay. Well, no,
What's
Luke
the-
Campbell.
Who am I putting?
Just name all the motherfuckers.
Garcia, Haney, Tank. They have not fought anybody on Lomachenko's level.
No.
Teo has beaten Lomachenko.
And he beat Richard Comey.
Yeah, he did.
And Richard Comey.
Gotta give him credit for Richard.
I give him credit
regardless
for Richard
of
Comey.
it was a quick knockout.
But
Night.
right now,
Night.
Yep, night.
right now,
That boy got
still-
dynamite.
And that's another reason why I think the Tank fight ain't as easy as y'all think.
No, it's
because
not
that
easy.
motherfucker
I didn't say it was easy.
He got dumped.
Yeah.
Teo got dumped.
Teo, right now, Teo and Lomachenko would be the best at 135 for me.
Okay.
But anything.
I'm still taking Lomachenko over Devin Haney and Tank Davis as far as being. We saying who's the best, bruh.
I mean,
Lomachenko is proven.
Yeah,
that's one thing for sure.
You
Two
don't know
things for
about
certain.
Tank. You don't think
Lomachenko is
can beat Tank
proven.
right now.
You don't think Lomachenko can beat Tank Davis?
No, not right now. No, I don't. I ain't stutter.
I think-
You can look all you want
I
to.
think
I don't think so.
Lomachenko proven.
He
But-
is proven.
With all that being said, I'm taking Teofimo by knockout, stoppage.
And who are you taking now? Oh, you said you going with Crocodile Dundee? You said you going with Kambosos, right?
You know, the funny thing about it is he got just as much experience as Teofimo Lopez does. But I'm going to go with Lopez on this fight because I want to see Lopez in bigger fights. And this was sort of stop progress. So I want to see progress. I want to see Lopez knock this kid out
I want to see the
and
best
move on
fighter,
to
bro.
the Haney fight.
If George Kambosos is the best fighter, I want to see him win. I just don't think he is. But no, for real, a lot of the times we get caught in that, well, I want to see Spence versus this person.
Yeah.
Well, if that person lose before then he wasn't the best
He
person.
wasn't the best person, yeah. Period.
Well, no, it's not that he just might not have been able to beat that person in the ring with him that
Right,
night.
which means he wasn't the
But
best person.
that would have nothing to do with the next fight.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
That
when y'all say the
fight.
best, want to see the best fight and the best,
Yeah.
if Tony, if me and you is the fight to make, because people think we are the best, and I fight Tony and he beat me,
That has nothing to do with
then
me.
that means he's the best now.
No, it does not.
He beat the person who they thought was the best.
No, because my style and the way I fight might beat you
but
as well.
Unfortunately, that's not.
And my style and the way I
Unfortunately,
fight,
that's
might
not
beat
the
him.
way.
That's not the way boxing works today.
No, styles do make fights, but Alan, but unfortunately, like Brady said, that's not the way it works.
And if you say you want to see the best fight the best, if Tank Davis lose to Lomachenko, then I want to see Lomachenko versus whoever the other best person
Wait a
is.
minute.
Okay, now look, just like Alan, it would not stop progress if Crocodile Dundee go in there and starch Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't out the realm.
Then I want to see.
I would want to see.
Stop calling that man Crocodile Dundee.
Because we are not. Look, I am not going to disrespect boxers. I am not going to do that because it takes all kinds of courage to get between and step between them ropes, man. It is not an easy sport.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, Crocodile Dundee. With that being said, if Kambosos beats him, then I want to see him versus who's Haney, right?
If Kambosos beats Lopez, then of course you get the rematch. But yeah, I would like to see Kambosos in the mix. I still want to see Luke Campbell in the mix.
Think about this, right? Everybody wanted to see Tyson versus Holyfield, right? Buster Douglas beat Tyson, and then moved on to fight Holyfield.
Yeah,
he lost, right? So did Tyson.
Yeah.
So we seen the best fight the best.
I mean, I know what you're saying. It doesn't mean that. Look, it doesn't mean Brandon's going to lose to you because he lost to me. I understand what you're saying, but the fact is that if they consider Brandon the best, and I will Brandon say, they're gonna want to see me and you. If they think that y'all two, they're gonna say, okay, well he done whooped Brandon, so now it's Allen and Tony.
Well, like the 147 right now, we are going to get the best because both of them are undefeated. Real quick.
But let's say Boots Ennis beats Earl, right? At that point, I want to see Boots Ennis versus Crawford.
Y'all need to back up off that.
I'm just using it as an example. Okay, you know, I'm just saying, like,
he just passed the eye test. I mean,
he passed the eye test, but you need to step up in competition before we graduate him to that next level.
Wholeheartedly, I agree.
But one thing for sure, two things for certain, he fucking everybody else up. So if he fucking the B level guys up, then what else is he? He's ready for the next level, which is Spence and Crawford.
Because I'm seeing clips like, he was Spence and Crawford running away from him. Like,
yeah, but stop what I tell you.
Okay, yeah,
stop listening to channels who push a narrative. Use your own judgment.
Or clickbait. Because basically that's all it is clickbait.
I mean, he's an up-and-coming fighter. He's going to call for the fights just like Keith Thurman called for Floyd Mayweather before he was proving it anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, they're going to call for the fight.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Because then we can extend this little episode.
Okay, yeah.
That's another thing I wanted to say. Like, a lot of times you got to realize when you get to the top, you're going to be considered a duck regardless.
That's true.
Because when you're at the bottom, think about this. I'm going to give you a few examples. Shakur Stevenson is calling out who?
Oscar Valdez.
He beat the best guy in the division, right?
Yeah.
So if Shakur Stevenson fights Valdez and beats Valdez, right? Now what happens? You think he's going to look back down to call motherfuckers out?
No.
Or you think people going to look up?
Exactly. Calling them out,
Teofimo Lopez. Nobody called out Teofimo Lopez. He was the one doing the calling out to Lomachenko. He got the fight. He won. Now you see him looking up to call out Josh Taylor. You don't see him looking back to call. Everybody else is calling him out because he's the guy. If Devin Haney becomes the guy, where he swears everybody in the world is ducking him and his dad swear everybody ducking him, then he will be the one ducking because it's gonna be 3,000 motherfuckers calling him out. And guess what? You can't fight everybody.
Yep, that's true. You can't fight everybody. When you become, like I said, if like Shakur was a prime example, he fights Oscar Valdez, he beats him, right? So we know that Shakur is the best in the division, period. But you got a young up and coming fighter that people say, that'll be a good fight with Shakur. But Shakur already looking up now. I didn't conquer this division. But now when Shakur move up, he ducked him.
Okay.
Ducked who? So, like you said, ducked who when he ain't got nothing.
Duck?
To me,
in the last year, what's a legitimate duck?
Like I said, that duck word gets thrown around too much when there's so much underlying stuff that goes on in the sport of boxing that doesn't allow things to happen.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So it's like the first thing we want to do is like, oh, he a duck, here though. Gary Russell ducked Devin Haney. But us as fans don't know that contract or that term sheet that was sent over might have been some shit. So Gary Russell didn't accept the fight. So now, he ducked. Nah, but.
So let me ask you this. Is it a duck when a man calls a man out and then the man calls your bluff and a year later that same man is calling you a pussy on national TV? Is that a duck?
It could be, but then like I said, we also don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe their advisor don't want that fight right now. And at that point, what can the fighter do?
Since he's only in
Tank, people can say Tank Davis is a duck, right? But I think Tank Davis will step in the ring with any. I think Tank Davis will step in the ring with a heavyweight right now.
He would.
But his promoters or his.
But he'll do it.
But I'm just saying. I
was just saying because of his face. He looking like.
Yeah, I don't think he. I've heard him say multiple times, I want to get in the ring with Earl. I've heard him say multiple times he was just in the ring with Sean Porter. Why would he duck fucking Devin Haney?
Touching Sean up in training. That's what they said.
So I feel like a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that us as fans aren't privy to. So we got to throw this duck shit, all that cap shit. Yeah. That shit needs to go the fuck out the window.
No, now, Alan, I look. I'm sorry, Brandon. Look, I do agree. Look,
who? Gary Russell.
But did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said?
I heard what you just said.
You can't call Tank Davis a duck if he has a boss, if he has a promoter, if he has a manager. Mm-hmm. He's not his own fucking boss. We can say,
like you said, what did he say about, look, people hollered that he ducked Devin Haney in this fight, but like, what did Leonard Ellerby say? Come on, man. Look, we need to build a fight between Devin Haney and Tank.
Exactly.
You can't just throw him in there as a replacement. You know what I'm saying? And get, and then
do y'all think they really? I'm not even talking about Tank Davis and them. Do you think Bill Haney would have threw his son in there with Tank Davis?
But one thing I will say is, I think they take every opportunity to make it seem like Devin is a boogeyman. Any little opportunity that they can get to say that somebody ducked, I feel like they do it.
Right. Because they call out anybody.
Because guess what? They said JoJo Diaz was ducking. He signed the fight.
Well, because, I mean...
Yeah, but they said he didn't want that fight.
Well, no, guess what? He had a better opportunity.
He don't want to take it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was focused like I said. Yeah, but, I mean, that's a bigger money fight, so I understood that.
Ryan got hand, mental, and everything else.
But like I said, you're going to always be ducking. If you don't fight one, you're going to always be ducking the other. So that duck word got to go. Like I said,
no. In certain instances, when you sit there and talk about, I will go up there and I'll hurt you, and then you call me out, and I'm sitting there talking about, I ain't going out in the street. You know what I'm saying? Look, Brandon, look, I tell Brandon, look, man, I'll beat your motherfucker. Brandon, walk out that damn street, bring your ass on. I ain't going out there, Alan. I know I can whoop him. You know what I'm saying? You just say it. And see, that's a duck. Look. And then I'm peeking out to the glass. Look, did he leave yet? You know what I'm saying?
Like example, I think if I had to call a duck, if I had to blatantly say somebody duck, I would say Charlo duck Benavidez.
Yeah, that's it.
But Charlo is not at 168.
So when the man say he'll come down to see you.
Look, but first Charlo said he would go up.
But this is the thing, and I had to think about this because I don't like them niggas, but I'm also not gonna be biased because I don't like them, motherfucker.
Right.
I had to think about it. Like, you think about it. Floyd went up for De La Hoya. He may not have went up for no other fighter, but it was the biggest fight. Yeah. So I don't. The only reason why I say he ducked him is because you do all of this.
That's it.
And
that's
then
the only reason.
When the shit hit the fan, you were 160 pounder. So that's my only thing. You can't say that, or you can't talk rah-rah, and then when a motherfucker say step outside, you don't want to, like you say, you don't want to step off the bus.
Just like years ago when he was in New York, and Dane Jacobs stepped to his ass.
At the right time.
He said, I'm right on time. You exactly who I was looking for. And it was all off because he was talking rah-rah before Daniel Jacobs got in his face. I mean, we could fight. Oh, what happened? What happened to all that energy? You know what I'm saying? And I think somebody snatched their chain or stole their chain that night in New York.
Well, you know what? Although I know Charlo, it seems like we not fan favorites of the Charlos. I give credit where it's due. Jermell Charlo, thumbs up, my brother.
I don't have no problem
like
with
Figueroa, you take on all comers.
I don't like
You
bitch.
done fought everybody in your division except Jared
He
Hurd.
said, I don't like bitch.
I don't.
You done fought everybody but Jared Hurd, and I'm sure after you got smacked at the fight the other night that you working on it. So, I'm a fan.
That's who he smacked. He smacked Jamel.
I ain't no fan.
Did
Fuck them
he
niggas.
smack Jamel or Jamal?
Which one did he
Fuck
smack?
both of them.
Which one
to
did
be
he smack,
honest.
Brandon?
Fuck them both. And
What-
he should have smacked both of them. I wish I was there with him. Fuck both of them.
Brandon would have smacked the other one. He smacked Jamel. He smacked Jamal. What y'all gonna do about it?
He can put his fucking cup down. He can put his cup down like he did.
Yeah, no, I think it was Jamal put the cup down because he went around. Because I think either one, whichever one was talking with Jared, they was having a civil conversation, and somebody came up and started rah. So Jared just like when Earl and Terrence was talking, and but Terrence took up for his man because when his man started talking, Earl said, "What man? What you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? And Terrence had to say, "Man, no, talk to me."
Yeah, then he shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he did.
That's one thing. The shit that I say on this motherfucking camera, I would say that shit in person. I don't give a fuck. I could never be one of those reporters that's following these fighters, and I'm not saying that anything for the ones that do, but I could never be one of these reporters that's following these fucking fighters around, and these motherfuckers don't even got the common courtesy to stop and do a fucking interview. Like, I would rather you say, "No, I don't have time." Cool.
Yeah.
And or I could never be one of these fucking media people where when I ask you a fucking question, you bump your gums and be like, "I'm some regular nigga." No, we going to fucking fight. And it is what it is. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck that. Like, I'm a man just like you are. Don't think because I'm fucking doing a job or doing something that I love that you more man than me because you fucking box. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Batman boxing talk.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I'm mad. I'm out. We out.